Crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. What's wrong, Brucey? Bat got your tongue?
Yo, what is happening, nerds? Galactic Criminal here today. We got ourselves some Bearberry. It's been a minute since I checked out any fan films, and this one seems to be surrounded with a bit of hype. Some people in my comments, some in my DMs telling me to check this out, but I'm also seeing that a bunch of reaction channels that I'm personally a fan of have checked this thing out as well. So my expectations are raised. But I will, however, try to temper them in hopes that this isn't a big friggin' letdown. With that said, let us dig in Batman. Broken Promise from YouTube channel Stephen Trumbull Animations. 1, 2. Ah. I bet. Okay.
This city is polarized.
What?
This country, the world. Left versus right. Rich versus poor. Us versus them.
Okay.
The people lose hope. They believe the game is rigged against them.
Well,
the house will always win. The die is loaded. It's a trick coin. I believe something different. I believe in Gotham. We've been taught to believe that if we don't succeed in this world, that it's due to our own poor choices. Everywhere I go, I hear people say, I got hooked on drugs. I lost my home. I lost my savings. My father lost his job after 40 years. My mother works 3 jobs. I can't even get one. And my neighbor, well, he took it all. We're so consumed in shaming ourselves and blaming each other that we fail to see that our choices are no longer our own, but decided for us not by cruel fate, but by a self-serving, avaricious system that has grown fat on our suffering. The gatekeepers and poison pushers want us to dig in, draw battle lines. Gotta pick a team, red or blue, double down on hate. They want us to believe that we can't have it both ways. They say, I can't serve all the citizens of this great city. That it's impossible to be anti-corruption and tough on crime. To hold criminals accountable on both Wall Street and the mean streets. I believe something different. I believe in you.
Let's go! It's already cool. A great shot. Cool. Yeah.
Now, I've been called...
That was sick.
I've been called naive. You know what? I'm both of those things. And more. And yes, Bruce Wayne is a close personal friend of mine. Member of the billionaire class. And yes, Bruce did contribute money to my campaign.
Yeah?
$30. But that's not me. I beat him a record.
You requested a word.
We're supposed to be in business together. He can't even see me. What, is he off playing with himself, huh?
My employer extends his apologies for being unable to meet in person tonight.
We had a deal. I deliver my street contacts, and he brings in all his hoity-toity white-collar connections from the old days.
We share production. We split this town. I got 50 trucks out there just waiting to go out to the dealers.
Cool.
Waiting to flood the streets with uncut, A-grade, highest quality. A fashion drug at an affordable price.
Those free samples were supposed to drum up interest. Now I'm hearing there's some rich prick dead uptown, surrounded by my merchandise all over the evening news.
That creates customer doubt. That draws the heat down on us. Or worse.
Drug addicts OD every day, even those that live in penthouses. My employer wishes to convey his firm reassurance that the integrity of our product has not been compromised in any way.
Don't look at him! He can't even wipe his own ass. I'm the lead man here.
My apologies, Mr. Scarface.
Your guy thinks he's better than me. He thinks I'm lower than him. He's wrong. Him and me, we're the same. Now you hear me. Nothing moves on the streets tonight until I'm satisfied. So you go and find that dissected bastard and tell him that I want a teddy-ted now!
I'll go see if I can scare him up, shall I?
They're an inspiration,
You go with him.
and they represent a promise to play fair if we.
Uh-oh. Awesome.
What was that?
Let's go. Yeah. Oh, nice!
Ventriloquist.
Die, motherfucker!
Half the drugs have been poisoned. You've been double-crossed. You send those trucks out tonight, a lot of people are gonna die.
Kiss my stogie, Batman!
Not talking to you, scumbag. Arnold, nothing goes on here that you don't see. You know who did it. Where is he? Whatever he promised you, he won't be able to keep his word.
He's coming. He's coming to set us free. Take all our choices away.
Woo!
Get me out of here, dummy!
And as your DA, I will go to war with crime in this city in every form it takes. Be it the bloodsuckers that feed on the innocent from below, or the vultures who pick them clean from above.
What are you worried you're gonna get us dead? The faster you move!
Rather than unite us, together we will forge a Gotham that is free and fair.
Will you get tired leaving Hop down, carry you for a bit? You bugs, get in here quick! It's the Catman!
That equal and say in one voice, no double standards, no half measures, no compromises.
Oh!
You. It was you, wasn't it? You're the Judas.
I like to think of myself more as a puppet master.
You think you can take over my gang? Turn my people against me? Tamper with my product? How'd you do it?
I got a guy on the inside.
What the hell does that... Oh no.
Well done, Arnold.
Is it over?
Almost.
Oh no!
Face. No one escapes the coin.
But I helped you. You said we were gonna bring an end to all the madness. I sacrificed everything!
Do I care?
Yes!
I'm not gonna let you do this, Harvey.
I once made a promise to the people of Gotham that I'd rid the streets of poison like him.
By spiking half his drugs with real poison.
Everyone says they want to fight the war on drugs. No one tries to win. If I can't control the crime, I'll control the punishment. And in my solution, there's no hypocrite lawmakers, no corrupt judicial system, no mass incarceration economy. My gangs sell to the whole city, the high and the low, yuppies and junkies alike. No more 1%, no 99%, just a 50% chance. You won't wake up. The nuclear option. I've done what the authoritarian fascists and limp-dick bleeding hearts never could. Take over the swamp and poison the water. And once I had the idea, you know I didn't have a choice.
Hundreds, maybe thousands of people will die. The people you promised to protect. You can still end this right now. You can stop. You just need to choose to do it.
Give me liberty. Or give me death.
I made a promise too. And I have to make it over and over. Every time I go out there. Killing with your eyes closed isn't justice, Harvey. That coin isn't freedom from choice, it's a surrender. All you've done is democratize your own hate.
I don't hate anyone. Not anymore. I don't even hate you. That having been said, I'm not crazy about you either.
What is that? You!
Take the shot!
Got it.
No! Ooh!
Look at you. You think you're free. You're a prisoner.
No double standards! No half measures!
No compromises.
Okay. Fucking unreal. You can't be serious. Stephen Trumbull. One guy wrote and animated that entire thing. That had to have taken forever. Wow. I mean, now I know why people wanted me to see this. Holy. I'm always up for checking out a fan film. But I mean, like, they tend to be most of the time just like mediocre fan service. And this was much more than that. Oh, baby. I have thoughts. Now, I mean, that's not to say that this thing didn't have some fan service. The last shot we got here, a throwback to the original Batman animated series that just posed, standing on the roof with the lightning, kind of like showing off the colors and whatnot. Absolutely fantastic, man. But I mean, the animation style alone in this was incredible. This reminds me of almost like old school Flash style animation cartoons and shows that you used to see, Homestar Runner, stuff like that. And honestly, kind of reminded me of an anime that I watched way back, a Flash anime called Ninja, The Little Ninja. I haven't seen it in forever, but the animation kind of reminded me of that. Just the way that it was almost like kind of stop motion-esque. Even in like the way that the mouths moved and everything, just so good and stylized. I mean, I didn't like, man, and it was, man, the writing. It's so hard to kind of focus on one thing because everything was so good. Obviously, the stylization of this thing, the animation was on fucking point. The voices were absolutely great, man, but the writing was so good. The monologuing and everything, it was so perfect, and the pacing was great. Man, the setup was so good, dude. Fucking having Scarface be the first villain, you couldn't really tell with the silhouette who exactly we were getting introduced to. And then the reveal was really, really great. I mean, I personally didn't know who we were dealing with until the reveal. Who knows what their take on certain voices were going to be. I thought maybe it's the Riddler, but I was like, no, okay, we're talking about drugs and stuff like that, so it's not the Riddler, probably. And it ended up being just the right characters, I think, as well, to put into this. Not trying to do too much in a 15-minute span, having just a couple of villains. A lot of the time, these fan films, they try to like throw a lot of like politics and stuff like that into it, getting into like the Gordon and the mayor and stuff like that, and just it ends up taking away from what could be something more interesting and diverse writing-wise when it comes to the clash between a villain and a hero. If you try to go too much on a different tangent in as short amount of time as you have, you'll kind of lose people, and I kind of get lost a lot of the time in fan films, and I'm glad that's not what happened here. Like they dove right into the characters as everyone knows them, and then just gave them incredibly just captivating dialogue. The dialogue from Scarface was fantastic, you know, like his interaction with whoever those thugs were supposed to be, you know. I guess they're supposed to be like somebody else's henchmen. Were they supposed to be Two-Face's guys? I don't really know. I wasn't paying that much attention to that part, but if they were hinting at anybody as who they were supposed to be a part of, regardless, man, bringing in Two-Face, the shot was insane. Believe over top of them and having the sort of like the neon-esque, almost like a callback to like a Tommy Lee Jones as Scarface, the whole like neon idea from that really awful movie. but kind of like playing it up a little bit, a whole lot actually, better again stylistically. In this, him like Two-Face coming out of the dark and just showing like the glowy part. So fucking good, dude. The choreography, the fight choreography and the style that he chose, this animation, was so good to me. It was honestly a lot better than most of the fight choreography that we see in a lot of the Batman movies. Even the most recent Batman movie, which had some good moments, didn't really have like the brutality and like the cool nature, I guess, of Batman combat. And again, that movie is early Batman, I get that. This just had, like, man, all the gadgets and stuff were used so well. Just even having, like, the little, like, you could see, like, the sound wave on the side of his ear, whatever, like, showing that he can kind of hear farther with his gadgets. Just so good. And the fight between him and Two-Face was just incredible. Like, the gun kata moments where he's, like, trying to take the gun apart and shit like that was so good. Man, the Batmobile, like, bringing that into it, man, kind of, like, harkening to, like, Arkham games, even. That was cool. That was really, 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 really well done. I haven't seen one that well done in a very long time. Probably since the last Bat in the Sun. Fucking hell, man. Oh, that was absolutely worth my time. What the rest of you fuckers think of this shit? Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, there'll be a link in the description for this video, so you go and watch it for yourself full screen, full audio, and get the full experience. And as always, have yourself a fantastic evening.